Thanks for joining us. I'm Shannon Scott. Megan Roberts is off tonight. An iconic piece of Dawson City history has been destroyed by fire. The town's fire department responded early Sunday morning to flames engulfing the historic Westminster Hotel, better known locally as the Pit. As Chris McIntyre reports, the loss comes just months after the landmark survived major flooding.
I'm standing just steps away from where the iconic Westminster Hotel used to be. 3 days ago, the building was a bright landmark that stood above all of the other buildings along this street. But today, there's nothing left but charred memories of a legendary gathering place. Early Sunday morning, the Dawson City Fire Department got a call that the Westminster Hotel was on fire. It took only minutes for crews to arrive on scene, but the hotel was already fully engulfed in flames.
The call came in at 5:59. Guys were laying a line to the front of the building at 6:13. And I know that because the videos show it. So yeah, we first attack lines were laid right at 6:13, and we, my instructions were very clear. By that time there was no saving the pit, but we had to protect exposure.
Massery says it took over 10 hours before crews had the fire fully out. He says an investigation is underway to determine the cause of the fire.
But that's where we'll determine cause, and the way it went up, you can guess and say, well, it could have been electrical, but the electrical was off, and could have been somebody drive by or throw a cigarette in there, and hopefully not, but or somebody walking by even, but yeah. So we'll find out. We'll find out the probable cause. For now, I've got it written down as cause undetermined.
Residents lined the nearby streets to watch the scene as it unfolded. Some held back tears while others were still trying to understand how it could have happened.
It's so sad to say goodbye to a piece of history that's been there for so long, that everybody loved to come and visit in one of Dawson City's attraction. There's a lot of histories in there. So yeah, it's just so sad. I don't want to cry, but yeah.
Everybody was looking forward to the pit being open, hopefully in August, but obviously, an iconic part of the town is gone now.
Well, everybody knows Dawson is such a wonderful place, and one of the great buildings in this place is the pit. I mean, it painted pink, it stands out like I won't say like a sore thumb, but I think you get the picture. I think it's a huge loss for us, really.
It's been a rough go for the Westminster Hotel. Problems started earlier this year after the city water mains broke during a deep freeze in early January, flooding the hotel. The hotel remained closed since then, but staff said that there was a plan to reopen the tavern sometime this summer. CBC News reached out to the hotel's owner, Paul McDonough, for comment, and we're still waiting to hear back. The smell of wood smoke still fills the air, and it only gets stronger the closer you get to the site. The site has been blocked off, but you can still see things like newspaper articles and chairs and shoes that somehow survived the fire. The feeling of what's next looms in the air, and that's the question that many residents have. And at this point, only time will tell. Chris McIntyre, CBC News, Dawson City.
Well, flood season is fast approaching in Yukon's Liard region, and communities are keeping a close eye on water levels and spring conditions. TJ Deere takes us to the region for a look at how things are shaping up.
It's early May. The Liard River flows, but signs of winter remain. The next few weeks will prove crucial to communities along the water. As the days get longer and the weather gets warmer, the Liard River will rise. If there's a lot of rain, things will get even worse. As of last week, there's no sign that the river will flood, though one Liard First Nation citizen isn't so sure.
Right now, the band should be doing up sandbags. They should be getting everything ready and not running around the last minute.
While Stone doesn't live along the river, she has friends who do. She worries for the people who live in the flood zone and describes what happened in the past.
Roads were cut off going towards Lower Post, so there was no people were having a hard time for groceries here in the town. They need more trucks bringing in more food, stocking up, because this is coming.
But according to Liard First Nations chief, river water overflowing the banks isn't the real risk.
It travels through the ground and comes up from the ground. It doesn't come over the bank, and that's what has been impacting a lot of our basements in that area.
The chief also says citizens know what to do if the situation gets worse.
Well, there's been material handed out already on how to prepare with your belongings and get ready, and just in case that you, in a moment's notice, you can move out and limit the damage to your personal property.
One expert in hydrology and climate change says local ponding before the flooding season is normal. A higher snowpack and quicker melting, along with a deep freeze early in the winter, make that especially true this season. He says improving drainage systems can mitigate the problem.
But if the water comes from underground, just rises, it's very hard to fight water pressure, essentially. So the mitigation, I would say the lowest cost mitigation would be in this case to just rise the ground.
Turcotte says he sees no indication of massive rain events over the next 2 weeks, but given that precipitation is difficult to predict, that can all change in an instant. TJ Deer, CBC News, Whitehorse.
A building in Iqaluit that houses both apartments and the city's only Inuktitut daycare is dealing with lead in its water. Residents say concerns about the building's water have persisted for years. Bianca McEwen has that story.
Miriam Imak's water runs clear now, but it didn't always.
If you can imagine like acrylic paint, a black acrylic paint, acrylic paint is oil-based and it had that kind of texture, and it's as if you like dip the paint into a toothbrush and then flicked it everywhere.
She's a resident in a building which also houses Iqaluit's only Inuktitut daycare. The building is owned by YWCA Akfik, but is managed by Atilu Real Estate. In an email, the property manager claims the issue began last year when a rubber bladder in a water tank failed, shedding debris into the heating system. But CBC has an email from another resident showing they complained of black charcoal in the water when they moved in 2 years ago.
People who work downstairs with the children have been complaining about this for years, and it's only in the past few months that action has been taken.
The government of Nunavut says there's been lead in the water since March and is still detected in the hot water. The maximum amount Health Canada allows for lead in drinking water is 0.005 milligrams per litre. According to an Atilu email, the hot water is about 20% above guidelines. It says the lead is caused by installing new water tanks. Imak worries for the health of herself and the children.
Things that I've experienced are nausea, headaches, memory loss, fatigue, and some problems with my skin.
Mylène Rattel is a professor of public health at the University of Montreal. She says lead can have lasting impacts.
As humans are mainly vulnerable when we are in development. That means when we are in the womb, fetus, little kids, young children. This is really the population who is at risk of developing lasting impact on health, which is mainly cognitive and intellectual impacts.
Imak uses bottled water, even though Atilu says the cold water is safe to drink. It is providing bottled water to tenants and also says lead water filters are coming. The daycare didn't respond to CBC's requests for comment. Bianca McEwen, CBC News, Iqaluit.
Nunavut has a new slate of representatives after the final recount in its ordinary members election wrapped up on Friday. Wally Anderson and Kim Oliver will represent Upper Lake Melville. Anderson received 514 votes, while 306 were cast for Oliver. The regional government says no ballots were rejected, though one ballot was canceled during the recount. Following a heated Yellowknife City Council debate last week over what some people are calling unsightly encampments, the government of the Northwest Territories says crews have been cleaning up sites for weeks now, and more work is on the way. Officials say cleanup efforts at the homeless encampment in Yellowknife will continue in the coming days. Just last week, the site outside of the Prince of Wales Northern Heritage Centre was scattered with garbage bags, propane tanks, and plastic debris. Now, much of it has been cleared away. Craig Strachan, who lives at the encampment, returned this week to see crews removing piles of trash. While he appreciates the cleanup, he says fire risk remains a major concern heading into summer. Last year, Strachan's canvas tent caught fire while he was trying to keep warm, and he worries it could happen again.
anything that'll help prevent this from happening again. I mean, this is a serious issue. Someone could die. This is very, very serious. And a lot of people don't look at it the way we do because they're not on this side of the fence. When you're on the side of the fence, it's completely different. You look at things completely different.
Strachan says simple safety measures could make a big difference, including access to fire extinguishers and first aid kits. He also says the encampment needs designated areas for hazardous items like propane tanks and spray paint cans. For the first time in years, the Inuvik RCMP says its detachment is fully staffed. The force has been dealing with shortages caused by retirements, promotions, and officers leaving for specialized training opportunities. Last week marked National Police Week, and the Inuvik RCMP opened its doors to the public Friday afternoon. Community members were invited to meet officers and staff during an open house event. Staff Sergeant Chris Wynot says he hopes the event inspires more local residents to consider a career with the RCMP in Inuvik.
And, you know, I've always believed that there's more to being a Mountie than just being a cop. And you get to be a Mountie here in Inuvik. A lot of community policing initiatives. So then when we're helping people, whether it be persons crimes or disrupting the drug trade here, you're not only helping clients, they're your family and friends.
The Inuvik RCMP detachment now has 16 members. While RCMP in Inuvik are celebrating a return to full staffing levels, in Yellowknife, another frontline team is helping ease pressure on police resources. A street outreach program is responding to thousands of calls involving people in crisis, connecting them with safe spaces instead of emergency rooms or jail cells. Adi Kapoor reports.
What started as a program aimed at helping youth struggling with addiction has quickly grown into a major frontline service in Yellowknife. Homebase Yellowknife launched the Line Drive Outreach program in 2024 and last year secured a $950,000 contract from the city to expand it. Now, after its first full year in operation, the organization says the program is meeting all the city's recommendations.
We have given it a real fresh look. The vehicle is nice and bright. We're more present in the community. Of course, it's running longer hours.
The program also added a downtown foot patrol team, something Roberts says has helped workers build stronger relationships with people on the streets.
Also adding the foot patrol was a really good bonus for the community, and so having those foot patrol people downtown out visiting with people and building rapport has been really important for us.
Program manager Tracy Mercer says non-emergency 911 calls involving intoxication or people in distress are now being redirected to the outreach team instead of RCMP. Mercer says the program is helping roughly 1,000 people every month.
It's been really beneficial, I think, on both sides. I know the RCMP have seen a decline in calls for intoxication in a public place, and where we would go and pick them up. We're actually receiving calls from 911 themselves, dispatch. Instead of calling RCMP, they're calling us. So it takes that load off of them, and they can be out there doing what they need to do.
Homebase says the outreach program is becoming a key part of Yellowknife's non-emergency response network. With support from RCMP, 911 dispatchers, and community organizations, the city has extended their contract for the next 3 years. The Line Drive Outreach program operates from 10 in the morning until 3 a.m. Adi Kapoor, CBC News, Yellowknife.
The government of Yukon is testing a new app designed to make school bus rides easier for families to track. The My Bus Stop app allows parents and students to see the real-time location of their bus. The month-long pilot program is running on routes 4 and 23. Route 4 serves rural communities between Mendenhall and Whitehorse, while Route 23 operates within Whitehorse itself. The Yukon Department of Education says the pilot was launched in response to parent feedback.
We've been hearing a lot about notification and providing information to families about school bus routes. That was the intent was to provide real-time information about the application, inform our families better. We do have other applications we're using. We just want to be better. we've heard what people have said. We're trying new things, and the live application tracker is another tool that will be able to provide families.
The department says it will gather feedback from parents once the pilot wraps up. Turpain says if the response is positive, the bus tracking app could expand to all school routes next year. The George Black Ferry is back on the Yukon River, reconnecting Dawson City residents and travelers for another season. The ferry connects Dawson City with the top of the world highway, Sunnydale, and West Dawson. The George Black Ferry will run 24 hours a day through mid-October, weather permitting. The first passengers crossed the Yukon River Saturday morning, including West Dawson resident Danny Jett.
It feels great. Finally ready to be able to commute back and forth. It'll be fun.
Any expectations for the season?
Not in particular. Hopefully the ferry lasts the whole season.
And if it doesn't?
Well, I'm buying a boat.
Thousands of Inuit prints from Iqaluit NWT have been sitting in storage in Ontario for years, a collection worth millions of dollars. Now, Arctic Cooperatives Limited is preparing to sell the artwork, bringing new attention to the community's art scene. Leanie Lambrink reports.
Helen Kalvak, Mary Okina, Mark Emmerak. Works by these artists are part of a huge Iqaluit collection in Ontario. 20,000 items, original drawings, photographs, and more. The pieces were retrieved when a locksmith opened safes in Iqaluit's old print shop in 2016.
So when we got that call that there's drawings in these safe, I said, oh my God, lock that back. Do not allow anybody near those drawings. I need to get out there.
The Iqaluit Inuit Co-op's board of directors told Rimratin what to do with the art. Sell it as a whole collection to someone who would donate it to a public institution. He brought it to Ontario, where it was appraised at $4.1 million. That money could help decide the future of a building that the Iqaluit Inuit Co-op owns. It was a print shop up until the early 2000s.
I was kind of hurt a bit when we shut down the art shop, and it was just like, when you have your livelihood, when you the income that you have, what that really supports your family and you, and what you like to do. It was just like everything was taken away, like your dreams.
Prosper NWT started leasing the building in 2010. It turned it into the Iqaluit Arts Center, but that's closed now too. The co-op's general manager, Jonathan Mowry, says the building is falling into disrepair. Mowry says it'll take a lot of work to get this building up and running again. Furnaces need to be updated. Its HVAC system needs to either be repaired or removed, to name some of the work that it needs.
The end goal, potentially to build a new store on the location, and then to have the building we're in now to fix it up and turn it into several different spaces. It could be, they're called them Tundra Takeouts, like a little convenience store. Also possibly to have some community space in here, which could be something like an arts building that is smaller scale.
Mary Okina has art in the collection that the co-op is trying to sell. She's on board with its plan to use the money for a new store, but she hopes the co-op will also use that cash to revive Iqaluit's printmaking industry. Of course, that would require the collection actually being sold.
I didn't expect it would be this difficult, to be honest with you. I know it'd be challenging, but I didn't know it'd be that, this far and still not able to find a home.
I hope and pray that it works out for the co-op, so that the co-op, the money can go back into the co-op here and create some beautiful buildings or beautiful places where the artists can work and the people can shop.
Okina says people in Iqaluit have art in their soul. They're inspired by the land and their traditional lifestyles. She says having a new place to shop and a new place to make art, that would make Iqaluit a better place to work and live. Lainey Lambrink, CBC News, Iqaluit.
Inuit veterans are being honored with a new symbol at Canada's National Military Cemetery. A kudlik, the traditional Inuit oil lamp, can now be added to veterans' headstones. As Catherine Tunney reports, many say the recognition is long overdue.
Here at the National Military Cemetery in Ottawa, a new symbol will be used that will honor Inuit service members, allowing them to be buried in a way that honors their specific culture, traditions, and spiritual beliefs.
O
Canada, sung partially in Inuktitut, part of the ceremony unveiling the engraving of the Iqaluit, a traditional Inuit lamp. A range of symbols are used on graves here at Canada's National Military Cemetery, including one specifically for Métis and First Nations peoples. But none were Inuit specific. The Iqaluit was chosen to represent light, warmth, and continuity. Lieutenant General Michael Wright is the commander of the Canadian Army.
This was something that had been worked on for quite a few years to have a symbol where Inuit veterans can have that added to their gravestone.
He says most of the Inuit serving do so with the Canadian Rangers, acting as the eyes and ears up north. Patrol Sergeant Titus Alalu serves with the Rangers in Pond Inlet, Nunavut, where he's from.
This is specifically for the Inuit veterans. Anybody who sees this will recognize it as Inuit veterans who had passed on.
Those behind the unveiling say this is an important step on the road to reconciliation, and is a choice that Inuit members or their families can opt for moving forward. Joseph Tunney, CBC News, Ottawa.
And just a quick correction there. I said Catherine Tunney at the top of that item. That, in fact, was Joseph Tunney reporting. A new study is highlighting how Inuit knowledge and Western science are working together to track climate change in the Arctic. Published in Arctic Science, the paper focuses on Nunavut programs helping Inuit communities play a bigger role in research and monitoring. Tharsha Ravishavarthi has more.
I was very shy growing up, and it kind of took something like Iqaluit to show me, the information that you know is amazing. You have a voice, and people will listen to you, and you can do amazing things.
Candice de Lubanuk joined Iqaluit as a youth over a decade ago. Its namesake is to turn barriers into bridges with workshops that aim to help Inuit youth realize their leadership potential in research. Lubanuk is now Siku's Outreach Programs Manager at the Arctic Eider Society. The Siku app allows users to document ice conditions, wildlife sightings, and environmental changes across the north and in real time. It is one of several initiatives ensuring that academic research done in Nunavut is relevant and meaningful to local Inuit communities.
So it's giving power to communities and individuals to record what they see and what they know in a way so that we also have the power of data on our side and not just researchers.
As a researcher herself, Danielle Noasad agrees that Western science and Inuit Kayumayanikranik are similar in many ways. She is also a postdoctoral fellow at the University of Calgary and has Métis heritage.
It's nice to connect with people not simply as an Indigenous person in this country, but through our shared values. I think that's almost more important.
Both agree these collaborations are especially important as climate change makes environmental conditions less predictable across Nunavut. For CBC News, I'm Tharsha Ravichakravarthi.
16 degrees in Yellowknife tomorrow. I will take that gladly. That is our show for tonight. For news anytime, you can visit cbc.ca/north. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to leave you now with images from Cameron Falls near Yellowknife. I'm Shannon Scott. I will be back with you tomorrow morning on CBC North Radio 1 for the Trailbreaker starting at 6 a.m. Hope to talk to you then. Have a good night.
The census has begun. Check your mail and complete it online today. Your census connects you to your community's future. Your responses help plan services in your community that support employment, transit, education, healthcare, and more. It's easy to fill out and completely confidential. Complete yours today. Your census, your community, our future. A message from the Government of Canada.
Le recensement est commencé. Vérifiez votre courrier et remplissez-le en ligne dès aujourd'hui. Votre recensement vous relie à l'avenir de votre collectivité. Vos réponses aident à planifier des services dans votre collectivité qui soutiennent l'emploi, le transport, l'éducation, les soins de santé et plus. C'est facile et confidentiel. Remplissez-le dès aujourd'hui. Votre recensement, votre collectivité, notre avenir. Un message du gouvernement du Canada.